What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best plays to watch in the market right now and some important news that happened in the market today. Today, we saw a lot of growth stocks continue to sell off. We saw NIO down 7%, Palantir down 6.5%, DraftKings down 6.5%, Square down 7%. So in today's video, we're going to be explaining what's going on in the best stocks to watch for the rest of this week. But if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. But Tom, let's get right into today's video.
Yeah, and the first thing I wanted to talk about was actually Dogecoin. I mean, man, Elon Musk talked over the weekend, and Dogecoin is all the way down to 44 cents right now. But at the same time, we're seeing Ethereum really go up, hit all-time highs today around 4,200. It is starting to pull back a little bit intraday, but overall, that's actually amazing moves up to 4,200, which is all-time highs out of Ethereum. It's just killing Bitcoin over the past couple of weeks, and it's killing Doge over the past couple of days, which is awesome. And man, Ethereum's a pretty interesting thing. And CNBC reports that Ether, or ETH, which some people have hailed as a digital oil, is used as a form of payment on the Ethereum network. And this network, likened by some to a supercomputer, plays a vital role in helping developers create the new blockchain economy. And that's just a very brief oversight of what Ethereum is, but it's a very interesting crypto, to say the least. And I know that it's like the second largest one compared to Bitcoin. And honestly, it's been doing fantastic today and over the past few months, just rocketing up to all-time highs, which is amazing. And it's really like I said, it's been outperforming Bitcoin, and it hasn't really outperformed Doge necessarily, but it has outperformed it over the past few days.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely been a powerhouse. It almost looks like that lumber chart, Tom. Lumber futures are just skyrocketing. If we pull that up, they actually had a down day today, Tom. This is very surprising to see. Lumber futures are down around 5%. Lumber prices have been exploding, and it's definitely had a pretty big impact on like the housing market and real estate and stuff like that. But Tom, what else are you seeing in the market right now?
Yeah, and just like you said, lumber continues to go up, and we keep seeing these Dow stocks like Home Depot and others, and Caterpillar just continue to go up. And Home Depot posts another green day, but the Dow just continues to go up. And we're seeing tech stocks start to really fall off. And DIA did end up red. It did kind of sell off at the end of the day, but all day long, we saw the SPY really tank off, and the Dow Jones was really holding its ground today, up 100 points on the futures. If we go to /YM, well, it actually did end up closing -15, but it was up 100 points till this very sharp sell-off at the end of the day. And it's just continuing to impress there. It's really beating out some of these tech stocks. And we see like Microsoft, Apple, for some reason they just keep going down, along with some of these growth stocks. And even like Tesla keeps going down 6% today. So overall, I mean, these tech stocks and growth stocks are just getting hammered right now. But these safer stocks, like in the Dow Jones, are doing amazing. And some of them that did pretty well today are like McDonald's, which was up 1% pretty safely, and Walmart was also up 0.5%, moving pretty well also. And these are some of the slower movers, but at the same time, it's good to see them going up while the other ones are going down.
Good stuff. So like you said, growth stocks have really been getting hammered. Hopefully we see a bounce soon with them. We will talk more about them later in the video. But I heard there was some news with Ford. What's going on?
Yeah, they actually announced the new truck, which is the new F-150 Lightning, which is going to be their electric pickup truck. And I have a very quick article to go ahead and show you guys here. This is going to be the, I guess, the symbol for it. It's going to say lightning and kind of have a little lightning bolt on the T right there. It looks pretty cool, but overall, I don't know what to think of the truck yet. They're going to unveil it on May 19th. So really watch out. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting situation, and they're going to be revealing it in Dearborn, Michigan at the company's world headquarters. So that's going to be an interesting event that day whenever they unveil that. And anytime a company unveils these electric vehicles, it usually pumps them, not always, but usually it gets a pretty good pump, at least for the few days heading into that, if not after the event. So definitely watch out for that on May 19th in a week or two. It's going to be a pretty good thing. And honestly, the Ford Lightning is probably going to have a pretty good reception, but it's all going to depend on that look and how many miles it can go and stuff like that.
Sounds great. One thing to keep in mind is kind of like Tesla's Battery Day event. You don't want to make sure that the event is like overhyped before like while you're playing it. I remember a ton of people were really hyping up Tesla's battery day and like a lot of their earnings releases. And then when they actually, like, even if they reported great news, the stock would fall off. So just keep an eye on that with Ford. I don't think it has as much hype as like a Tesla battery day event, but I just wanted to throw that out there. But let's get right into the momentum plays and then the member of the day. Today's member of the day is Kathy. So huge shout out, Kathy. Thank you so much for being an amazing Discord member. Tom and I really appreciate it. But let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. And with the first one, we have NIO to the downside.
Man, it's unfortunate to see NIO keep going down, but make them fall below $34 even tomorrow.
All right. And then we have Riot, RIOT.
Yep, another one going down, make them fall below $29.
Sounds good. And then we have Coin to the upside.
Yeah, this one was awesome today, moving above $298 and or to make it move above $298 tomorrow. But Mike, you had an amazing trade on Coin today.
Yeah, the bot called out a really solid play with Coin today. How about we pull it up, Tom, so we could see the bot called out Coin very early on today. It called out the 300 strike calls for around $340 each, and by the end of the day, these contracts were worth over $1,100. So that was just an amazing call out by the bot. If you guys want to trade with Tom and I and get access to the bot's picks like this, you can click the first link in the description down below for about $40 off. Of course, not every play is going to be like this, but it was definitely a really solid play, and it was just an amazing setup overall. The bot really did an amazing job with it, and it's been doing pretty well. So definitely check it out. It's the first link in the description down below, and you get about $40 off. But back to NIO and Riot, we are eyeing these for potential day trades tomorrow, only if they break below the levels Tom listed. And then Coin for a potential day trade to the upside tomorrow, only if it breaks above the level Tom listed. But let's get right into the $1.4 million options trade for tomorrow. And we are looking at the MA 370 strike put options that expire on June 18th. So looking at MA, it really sold off today, and I can definitely see the smart money longing these puts, meaning that they want the stock to fall. They're also in the money and they have some time, so I can definitely see these puts being longed.
Yeah, I think that we might be seeing a little bit of a dead cat bounce out of some of these bank stocks. I mean, they came down, hit the support around like 365, bounced right back up, and now it looks like they're just going to tank right back below after only 2 little green days there. And that's what makes it the little dead cat bounce. But I think it will be a pretty good move to the downside. And like you said, I think that they're longing these. And if we go look at some of the other banks like JP Morgan, they had a pretty bad red day today as well. Bank of America was red. Even Goldman Sachs was even red. So overall, the banks were just really down today. And I would kind of expect MasterCard to keep going, especially now that this is in the money.
Sounds great. Well, let's get right into the questions from the previous episode. With the first question, we have Carlos saying, I keep buying the dip on these high growth stocks as they should rebound soon. I hope I don't run out of buying power before we reach the bottom. So great comment there. Of course, nobody can catch the bottom. And I think the most important thing while buying the dip on these growth stocks is to buy a little bit at a time. Obviously, you don't just pick one random day and buy in. I think the best way to go, just, buy a little bit each day, maybe, like 10% of your total like intended position each day. I think that would be a solid way to go because, no one can catch the bottom, not even Warren Buffett. But what do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I think you're right. Just it's really hard to catch the bottom. So what you need to look at is just, I think, like relative to the highs earlier this year. So right now, like Palantir and others are around 50% or just slightly more off of their highs. And that's pretty crazy to see. So it was at 45. Now it's sitting around 18. It fell below the $20 support. It could keep going down, but at the same time, at these levels, it's probably a good time to start averaging in shares for the longer term. And that's just that's the way I would play it right now. I don't think it's necessarily time to like grab like super like long-term leaps or anything like that yet. I think we might see some more downwards movement, but I think that overall it's a good time to start grabbing shares on some of these. And I will say the leaps were looking pretty good at like the $20 support, but now that we broke that, I don't think I'd be buying any as of this week.
Gotcha. So you're talking about Palantir, right?
Yeah, Palantir and some of the other ones kind of like let's go check out like BLNK, see how they're starting to fall off now as well. Just some of these growth stocks that are necessarily like they all went up quite a bit. Like this one, the 64, now it's at 30, down over 50%. And most of them are down like right around 50% or just over on those growth stocks. And I generally am just generalizing the growth stocks.
Gotcha. So some growth stocks that I'm looking at, DraftKings, Enphase, Palantir, NIO, Redfin, Zoom, and even Peloton. Those are some of my favorite. I really like them for the long term right now. Who knows? They might fall another 10% or 15%, or they might pop up and this might be the bottom. No one knows, but I just really like these stocks at those prices. So I'll definitely have my eyes on those ones. And then with the next question, we have Boss saying, hey guys, what do you think about the SPY? It looks pretty strong, and I am holding 15 contracts of calls that will expire this Friday. Will it break about $422.80 so I can cash out? So 422.80. It's looking a little rough, Tom. I mean, especially with the way the SPY closed. I don't know. I think it'll be really tough if it continues up. I'm not sure what strike price you have, but I would definitely make sure you have stop losses in place. Especially towards the end of the day, the market got pretty scary.
Yeah, this close was pretty rough, actually. I mean, the SPY fell right below the 100 SMA midday, fell below some good supports around like 421, and then just tanked way off to the downside. It was just a terrible close. I hope you honestly got out of those contracts. The chance of those winning now are going to be pretty low, unfortunately. But this stuff happens. So I hope you had a stop loss in place, or I hope you had a plan today and we're watching this so that you could have gotten out at a good time. Because definitely right now, it would definitely be a scary thing to be holding like 10 SPY contracts. But at the same time, hopefully you got out. But at the same time, like I think this SPY is looking pretty good. It's hitting off like the 1,000 SMA. There's a pretty good resistance down here around like 417.50 as well. Maybe it can hold this for tomorrow, but that sell off today was pretty steep. And we saw banks and a whole bunch of stocks start to fall off at the end of the day as well, like I said. So let's go check out like Bank of America. You can see they're down pretty steep. Even like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, all of them fell off. So it's just a pretty weird catalyst, I would say, to end the day. And it's definitely going to make for an interesting open tomorrow and for futures tonight.
Gotcha. So Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or anything you're watching for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, DraftKings is starting to look really good. I think that this one looks like it might start to pop back up tomorrow. It could keep going down, but it looks like it kind of had like higher lows this morning. Looks pretty decent. If we go to the daily chart here, there's a pretty good support around $45, and we hit that today. Now we're going back up. So hopefully hopefully we start to see another like pretty good push to the upside tomorrow. Maybe if we could hit like $47, I think that would make for a pretty good day trade. The 1,000 SMA is up here around 47.50. So I wouldn't necessarily target higher than that tomorrow, but with how much DraftKings has been going down, you would have to think that they would pop back up. And I think that being right on support, which is very, very defined in the past at 45, is going to be a pretty good opportunity, I think.
Good stuff. So I'm watching two things. One are lumber futures. It looks like they're having a pretty nice sized red candle, and we haven't seen one of these in quite some time. So I'm curious how this will affect Home Depot. Home Depot has really been running up kind of with lumber over the past couple months. So I'll just have my eye on that. And then I'm also watching CVS. So their stock basically went straight up for the past 2 weeks, and I'm kind of looking for a pullback on it. It looks like they are a little bit overextended, so I'll definitely have my eyes on them for tomorrow. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget, if you want to trade with Tom and I every single day, day trades, swing trades, and access to our bots, you can click the first link in the description down below. And for special market updates and alerts and stuff like that, text stocked up to 39970. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. But other than that, thanks for watching.